He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something striking about him, a rare mix of intensity, vulnerability, and screen magnetism that made audiences pause and pay attention. Tolga Saritas didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He carved his own lane, transforming early passion and discipline into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Tolga Saritas was born on May 30th, 1991, in Istanbul, Turkey. Long before major sets and leading roles, he showed a strong interest in the arts, particularly music and performance. He studied guitar and was deeply drawn to emotional expression from a young age, developing sensitivity and discipline that would later shape his acting style. His acting journey began with supporting roles in television and film, where he steadily refined his craft rather than seeking instant stardom. Early appearances allowed him to build emotional control, realism, and on-screen confidence. His true breakthrough came with his portrayal of Sait Saad Sahanger in the historical epic Matizim Yüzyıl, where his performance stood out for its emotional fragility and depth, earning both audience admiration and critical praise. Rather than becoming confined to historical roles, Tolga pushed himself further. He gained massive popularity with his lead performance as Yavuz in Günsin Kızları, followed by intense and emotionally demanding roles in Saz, Baba, and other dramatic projects. In Saz, his portrayal of a soldier struggling with duty, loss, and leadership solidified his reputation as a powerful dramatic lead capable of carrying complex narratives. Tolga's approach to roles reflects precision and intention. He consistently chooses characters that challenge him emotionally and psychologically, avoiding repetition even when certain formulas guarantee success. This balance between popularity and depth has allowed him to remain relevant in a highly competitive industry. Off-screen, Tolga's public image blends sincerity with restraint. He avoids unnecessary controversy, maintains a respectful distance from constant exposure, and focuses on craft rather than spectacle. His presence feels grounded, reinforcing the authenticity audiences see on screen. His lifestyle mirrors his professional discipline. He values structure, mental focus, and creative balance, often emphasizing personal growth over public validation. Music continues to play an important role in his life, serving as both an emotional outlet and a grounding force. Tolga's influence now extends beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a dedicated fan base, he has become one of Turkey's most recognizable and reliable male leads. His estimated net worth reflects steady earnings from acting, endorsements, and long-term collaborations, built through consistency rather than sudden hype. What truly sets him apart is emotional honesty. Tolga brings vulnerability to strength, silence to power, and depth to every role he inhabits. He allows audiences to feel his characters rather than simply watch them. As of 2026, Tolga Saritas stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of intentional growth and emotional realism in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a composed strength and screen magnetism that made viewers pay attention. Gokberk Demirci didn't rush into the Turkish entertainment industry. He built his presence patiently, shaping a career rooted in discipline, emotional control, and steady growth rather than instant hype. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Gokberk Demirci was born on October 20th, 1989, in Izmit, Kocaeli, Turkey. Long before recognition and leading roles, he focused on understanding acting as a craft. Instead of chasing visibility, he invested in formal acting education and years of preparation, learning how to convey emotion with restraint and realism. This foundation shaped his calm, grounded on screen style that would later become his signature. His acting journey began with smaller television roles that helped him gain experience and industry awareness. But his real breakthrough came with the role of Yemin in the daily drama Yemin. The series ran for several seasons and required intense consistency, emotional endurance, and commitment. Through Yemin, Gokberk became a familiar face to millions of viewers in Turkey and abroad, particularly in regions where Turkish dramas built strong international followings. Rather than remaining confined to one type of role, Gokberk steadily expanded his range. He took on a role of Kartal in You See Kiz Cards, a character driven by internal conflict and moral tension. The performance marked a clear shift toward deeper, more realistic storytelling. He later appeared in Kardeşlerim as Kore, further proving his ability to adapt within ensemble casts and emotionally layered narratives. As of 2026, his television drama list includes Yemin, You See Kiz Cards, Kardeşlerim, Hayat Bazen Tatlıdır, and Arka Sıradakiler. Unlike exaggerated online claims, his filmography remains selective and grounded. His movie appearances are limited, reflecting a deliberate focus on strong scripts rather than inflated credit lists often circulated across the internet. Gokberk's approach to roles reflects a long-term mindset. He chooses characters that align with emotional truth and personal growth instead of repeating formulas that guarantee short-term popularity. This balance between visibility and credibility has helped him maintain relevance in an industry where trends shift rapidly. Off-screen, Gokberk's public image is calm and controlled. He avoids unnecessary exposure, keeps his private life protected, and focuses on physical fitness, routine, and mental balance. This structured lifestyle directly supports the consistency seen in his performances. His fashion sense mirrors his personality. Clean, understated, and masculine, he favors classic looks over attention-driven trends. Brand collaborations remain limited and selective, reinforcing an image of authenticity rather than over-commercialization. While his personal life has often been the subject of online speculation, much of it inaccurate, he rarely responds to rumors. He keeps attention centered on his work, professionalism, and ongoing development as an actor. Within the industry, he is known as disciplined, respectful, and deeply focused on understanding his characters from the inside out. By 2026, Gokberk Demirci has earned recognition as a reliable and consistent actor. His estimated net worth reflects steady income from long-running television projects and selective partnerships, built gradually rather than impulsively. What truly sets him apart is restraint. He values realism, studies human behavior, and prioritizes longevity over speed. From early supporting roles to sustained television success, his career reflects patience, control, and quiet confidence. As of 2026, Gokberk Demirci stands as a symbol of understated strength in modern Turkish television. Not loud, not rushed, but built to last. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.